2017-18 was another successful year for North Staffordshire Combined Healthcare in terms of financial performance. Each year, as an NHS trust, we have a statutory duty to break even, which means we cannot spend more than we receive in income. The trust has also signed up to what is referred to as a control total. This is agreed with NHS Improvement, our regulator. To achieve our control total, we are required to deliver a trading surplus of £900,000. We are delighted to report that we delivered our 19th consecutive year of balance, with an overall retained surplus of £3.7 million. This sounds a lot, but includes £2.4 million from the Sustainability and Transformation Fund, which is earned by trusts that agree and deliver their control total. This bonus is hugely important for us and allows us to invest more in our capital programme in future years. Part of what we do in finance is to keep an eye on the value of long-term assets. This can be our buildings, land or equipment. Each year the value of our properties can increase or decrease, just like your home might, so we obtain a professional assessment of this every year to make sure the accounts show the correct value. When the value increases, we recognise a technical adjustment called a revaluation, and when it reduces, it's called an impairment. We must recognise this in the accounts, but it doesn't actually cost us any money. This year, we had a revaluation which totalled £704,000, and a reversal of a previous impairment of £190,000. Our total income in 2017-18 was £85.1 million. Our income comes from a number of different sources. The largest portion is from our two lead CCGs, Stoke-on-Trent and North Staffordshire CCG. So, what did we spend this on? Day-to-day spending on operations is classed as revenue expenditure, and in 2017-18, our total revenue spending was £81.4 million. Each year we invest some of our money on what is referred to as capital. This is money spent on longer term assets with a useful life over a year. These would usually include spend on new buildings, improving our existing buildings, buying equipment, or updating and extending our use of IT. 2018 will see the completion of the Psychiatric Intensive Care Unit, PICU. Built as the key development for this financial year and a huge asset for the population of North Staffordshire and Stoke-on-Trent, allowing service users with some of the greatest needs to receive their care closer to home and families. The rollout of our Digital by Choice strategy continued during the year, following the successful implementation of our electronic patient record, Lorenzo. We want to use digital technology to transform the way our organisation delivers services and the way service users control their information. To support this important agenda, we invested £450,000 in new devices, helping our staff to work on an agile basis. We also went live with a new e-rostering system, which allows us to better match staffing levels to service needs. The NHS has to achieve value for money and provide the best quality for service users and carers. As with all NHS trusts, the money we have is limited, so we need to make sure that every pound is spent wisely. All NHS trusts have to demonstrate efficiency, but we have systems and processes in place to make sure that any transformation doesn't compromise patient quality and safety. Our Medical Director and Director of Nursing and Quality make sure of this through an independent quality impact assessment process. In 2017-18, our efficiency target was £3.2 million and we delivered £2.3 million recurrently, which is 72% of the target and 100% in total. Recurring delivery means it's achieved on an ongoing basis, so we always strive for this so our target for future years isn't increased. So a huge thanks to all of you who have made 2017-18 another great year for NSCHT. We all have a part to play in this, and we should all take credit for this great year for Combined.